But anyway, in just a few hours, the streets of Uptown will be packed with people.
Oh yeah, Food Line Speed Street opens in just a couple of hours, and this year it is bigger and better than ever.
That's right. Larry's finding out all the things you need to know before it kicks off in this morning's Larry's Look.
More than 400,000 people will pack Uptown Charlotte for the big event this week. And the man behind all this is Jay Howard from Jay Howard Productions. This festival has gotten bigger and bigger every year. Thanks for joining us early in the morning. You've probably been there all night getting ready for this event, right, Jay?
Larry, we have been here a while, but it's great to be with you.
Good to have you here. You know, there are a few changes this year, including, I think, right where you're standing. Tell us about the changes going on.
Well, you know, the city is building a park on 3rd Street, so the Miller Lite stage that was there for a couple years has moved a little south on Tryon to between 1st and Stonewall, and sits right here behind me. So we've got a nice large parking lot to host a lot of guests tonight to see Easton Corbin here on this stage.
So you got great music, a great event, and you're doing something else that's really cool this year. You're asking people to bring canned goods. What's the reason behind that?
Well, obviously, Second Harvest Food Bank, that they do some great work, and they're asking folks to bring 2 cans of food tonight and drop it off by their tent. That's at 3rd and Tryon, and they'll be registering people for prizes and give away something for folks that are nice enough to do that for us.
It's kind of a way to help out the community, Second Harvest Food Bank. So let's talk about the setup for Food Line Speed Street. It takes a lot of work to set this festival up every year. How many miles of cable is used each year for the stages?
Well, first of all, they've been working about 24 hours so far on laying cable. We've got 5 miles of cable stretched throughout this event that runs from Tryon Street to Stonewall on Trade, and all the way on MLK down to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. That's about 1,340 race cars is what it would take to line up and show 5 miles of this stuff.
That's unbelievable. Talk about the equipment used during the race.
Obviously, a lot of forklifts, especially for a guy like me that's a little bit has a height deficit. 14 scissor lifts all over the event, and of course we've got portable power. There's 27 different generator locations throughout the festival.
All right, so no worry about power there. And this one is pretty interesting. You guys use a bunch of sandbags. How many, and why are you using so many sandbags?
Well, it does tend to get a little bit windy in the Uptown way the wind whips around these buildings. So 185 sandbags holding various tents down, not to count the water barrels. These sandbags at 35 pounds apiece, that's about 6,000 pounds of sand or 2 race cars.
I'm glad you did all the figures on that. Hey, Jay, let's talk a minute about, I mean, this year, lots of great music, country music. Going to flash back in time to the disco era. Evelyn Champagne King, Midnight Star is going to be there. Night Ranger, some rock and roll. Tell us about the music.
You've obviously done your homework, Larry, because that's about half of it. Justin Moore, Hailstorm are here tomorrow night, and like you said, Night Ranger, Loverboy, Casey James and Clay Walker are Saturday night. But of course tonight, Easton Corbin right here behind me on the Miller Lite stage, and Evelyn Champagne King along with Midnight Star at the Coca-Cola stage in front of the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
I'll put on my white disco suit and be down there. Jay Howard, you've been around for so many years and do so many great things. Thanks for joining us early this morning.
18 years we've been doing this event, so I think we've raised a teenager.
Way to go. Thanks, Jay Howard. He does such a great job and does so many big events. A lot of the big events that are in this area, Jay Howard Productions does. So you saw all the facts and figures.
Yeah, and all the performers.
Bring back a little flashback to the disco era.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure you got that disco suit somewhere.
Probably
back there in your stash of
his other goodies and stuff like that.
And along with my lime green leisure suit that's over there too.
Oh boy.
Bring it out.
Let's take a look at